Hello, America. Tonight we're diving headfirst into the thrilling world of tax and social security data. Yeah, I know it's not exactly a monster truck rally, but stick with me. We're talking about information that is deeply personal, financially sensitive, and utterly crucial to your well-being. We're talking about your social security number, your income details, your tax history, basically a gold mine for identity thieves and a juicy target for hackers. And guess what? There's this little agency called DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, because Ministry of Bureaucracy was taken apparently, that now has its paws on this treasure trove of data. Now you might be thinking, John, why should I care? I pay my taxes, I trust the government, everything's cool. And to that I say, bless your heart, because in this digital age where data breaches are as common as political scandals, assuming your information is safe is like trusting a ferret with a bag of Skittles. You're going to have a bad time. Section 2. DOGE in the data center. Friend or foe? So what's the deal with DOGE and your data? Well, the idea behind giving them access was to streamline government operations, improve efficiency, and maybe even save some taxpayer dollars. Sounds reasonable, right? But here's the rub. DOGE is like that friend who borrows your car and returns it with an empty gas tank and a mysterious dent in the bumper. You kind of wish you hadn't lent it to them. The good news is there are safeguards in place. Supposedly, DOGE only has read-only access to your social security records, meaning they can't actually change anything. They're like that weird neighbor who just stares at your house through binoculars. Creepy, but mostly harmless. As for your tax data, well, let's just say the situation is still a bit murky. The point is, while the government assures us that our data is secure, history has taught us to be cautiously optimistic at best. Remember that time the IRS lost a bunch of hard drives containing taxpayer information? Or when hackers stole millions of personnel records from the Office of Personnel Management? Yeah, not exactly a confidence booster. Section 3, breaches, hacks and leaks. Oh my, now I'm not saying that DOGE is going to pull a Snowden and leak all your personal information to the Russians, although given the current political climate, I wouldn't rule it out. But the reality is, anytime your data is stored online, there's a risk. And let's be honest, the government doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to cybersecurity. It's like that time you left your diary at school and it ended up being passed around the entire cafeteria. Not a good look. The truth is, government agencies are just as vulnerable to data breaches as any other organization, maybe even more so. They're big, they're bureaucratic, and they're often stuck using outdated technology. It's a recipe for disaster. And it's not just hackers we have to worry about. There's also the issue of internal threats like disgruntled employees or accidental data leaks. Remember that time Edward Snowden walked out of the NSA with a treasure trove of classified information? Yeah, that wasn't great. Section 4. Protecting what's yours. Practical tips for the data savvy. So, what can you do to protect yourself in this digital Wild West? Well, the first step is to be proactive. Don't just assume that the government has everything under control. Take steps to safeguard your own data. Asterisk keep good records. This seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people don't keep copies of their tax returns and other important documents. If the IRS comes knocking, or if there's ever a question about your Social Security benefits, you'll want to have your paperwork in order. Asterisk, monitor your accounts. Regularly check your bank statements, credit card bills, and Social Security statements for any suspicious activity. Identity theft is a real problem, and the sooner you catch it, the better. Asterisk, be careful online. Don't click on links from suspicious emails and be wary of websites that ask for your personal information. Phishing scams are becoming increasingly sophisticated, so it's important to be vigilant. Look, I get it. Thinking about data security isn't exactly a barrel of laughs. It's confusing, it's complicated, and it's about as much fun as a root canal. But it's important. Your personal information is valuable and it's worth protecting. So be smart, be proactive, and for the love of all that is holy, shred your documents.